When I first started tattooing, I used to hold my tattoo machine using my middle finger like this, and then I would apply my lines accordingly. As I started advancing and developing, I changed to this approach right here. I want to take some time to explain the differences and why I transitioned. As I started getting more confident with my skills, I started developing different abilities, such as being able to keep my needle at a consistent depth without needing to brace my finger. When I first started, I didn't have that ability developed. So if you're just starting out and you don't have the ability to kind of gauge your needle depth, then this may work well for you as it did for me, but I don't feel like this is going to be the end solution. We still always want to develop into better ways, always really define and redefine our practice. And I feel like that is what development is. But if you are just starting out, a good way to go about creating lines and being comfortable with creating lines, and I don't recommend riding the tube, definitely not. What I would recommend doing is figuring out a comfortable way to hold your machine. A good way that I did it was by using my middle finger and aligning it with the dip right here in this cartridge. As you can see, there's a little dip right there. So I place my middle finger there, I place my thumb right here, my pointing index finger right here. So that's those three fingers taken up. We have the middle, pointing, and thumb right here. And that's the posture that I did. And then these two fingers are going to be sliding on the canvas to help me control my depth along with this finger as well. The idea behind this position and this hold is to help me control my needle depth easier, so that way I don't blow out the entire tattoo. This method right here can definitely be an end all for some if you just find it naturally comfortable, and then who's to say otherwise. For me though, I found the position that I'm going to talk about here in a moment a bit more comfortable than this one throughout my time of development. The idea behind this hold is to not have to go into tattooing by riding the tube. That's not a way that we would want to approach tattooing. What I did was I simply measured out a good needle hang that I thought was comfortable so I can see my needle tip. And the idea is to simply use this middle finger as a sort of gauge that allows me to go to different needle depths by simply kind of rolling the machine as needed. So you can see I'm going to place my middle finger down, put the middle finger on the dip there, and then I would simply from here align all my fundamentals, needle angle, hand speed to voltage, and then this is how I would go about applying lines. Now, although there's nothing wrong with this method, when I changed it, it wasn't because I didn't like it. It wasn't because it didn't produce good results. It wasn't because it wasn't working. It was just because other ways felt a bit more comfortable to me, which I feel is completely okay. That's why I look at this method as more of a stepping stone than an end all, which is why I say that. And then I would just simply do my entire tattoo like this. So you can see this way right here. And I can feel the bog on the machine. The vibration changes as well as the sound. So through this holding position, I was able to gain a bunch of fundamentals that I still use each and every tattoo that I do today. So this was a crucial stepping stone for me in my tattooing journey, is this hold right here. This hold right here really changed it for me and allowed me to get the information that I needed to progress and develop. If you find yourself just feeling naturally comfortable and wanting to use this position throughout your journey, that is completely fine. If you find yourself using this position and then growing out of it, that's also completely fine. As you can see though, that I can still use this position just fine. Nothing is wrong with it. I don't have anything against it in any way, shape, or form. It is tried and true is what I would say. It is a position here that is dependable, but throughout my time of developing, I used a lot of 3-round liners, and I feel like 3-round liners really contributed to my change. Having to use the very tip of the needle and kind of using brush-like motions really gave me an understanding as to how I could control the very tip of my needle. With that information, I brought that back to lining, which caused for the transition. Once again, nothing is wrong with this holding position for me, but with more information, I was able to transition from holding the machine like this and using my finger as the brace. I went to using my finger. I put this middle finger part right here on the dip now, still hold it the same up here, and then now I use this area as the brace, and I essentially float my needle like so. So depending on where it's at is going to determine, how I go about holding my machine. But there will be minor fluctuations, but with essentially the same hold. So for example, sometimes I'll place my finger right here if I'm like in a tighter area. I need to be more tight with details. If I'm going to be doing like longer lines, sometimes I tend to naturally place my finger right here on this part of the machine and then use this feel as my needle depth guide now, as you can see. So I transition, and that feels a lot more natural now to me because I was able to know how ink is deposited. I'm able to control the needle tip better. I know what to feel for. This position just over time became more natural. So this is the one that I naturally go to now. When I am creating lines, you'll see I have my fingers set like this. Make sure that I've identified everything. And this right here appears to be a lot more comfortable for me now because I'm able to not only control my depth better, I'm able to control my angle, I'm able to create longer lines, and I'm able to create different curves as well. Most importantly, it just feels more natural and comfortable holding the machine this way. At first, when I started holding it like this, it didn't feel comfortable, but working into it, which is something that I had to do, it does feel a lot more natural. I feel like I produce better results, and I also feel like I have more control over my entire design here. As of 2025, this is how I hold my machine right here. This feels much more natural and comfortable to me. If you were just starting out, you can definitely hold the machine, as I explained a little while ago, like this. This is a great place to begin. It's a great stepping stone. If you want to use it permanently, who's to say otherwise? Now though, this is the position that I now use right here. This is how I get clean, solid, consistent, saturated results. And you can even hear it through the sound that I'm comfortably holding that needle depth position, and I'm comfortably maintaining that hand speed to voltage. I'll go ahead and do this again so that way you can listen to it and not have to listen to me talking over. There we go. I'm also running at 5 volts, so I can move slower, and I like to move slower with depositing my lines because it allows me to make fewer mistakes. And I would just essentially repeat this over and over and over. So both of these positions that I use to hold the machine, I feel are a great place for a beginner to start. If you're just starting out, you can definitely use your middle finger like this to brace. And then once you get that understanding for how ink is deposited into skin, then you can go ahead and start adjusting and accommodating your position and holding style to meet your new standards here. So you can see that that was the older way that I did right here. New way is just simply going from here to here. Everything else is pretty much the same. And I just feel a lot more comfortable like this. I feel like I have more control. I could see my needle tip. Curves aren't as hard as well. So that's why I keep referring to it as a stepping stone as opposed to an end all. This right here is my end all. This is a technique that I would use from here on out. Now, that'll be it for this one. That's the reason why I hold my machine the way that I do now. I hope that this answers your question, as I did get this one a lot. I have been asked quite a bit why I changed my holding style. And for those that were curious, that is exactly why. If you have any questions at all, I do encourage you to drop a comment down below. I'm going to do my absolute best to assist you in the best possible direction. If you found this video helpful, please don't forget to subscribe to my YouTube channel and ring that bell, as I will be bringing more helpful videos like this for you all. If you found it helpful, please don't forget to thumbs up as well before you go, as I would greatly appreciate that support. You can even send it to someone else that you may think would find some value within this video, as I would greatly appreciate that as well. That will be it for this one. I appreciate you, your time, and your support. Thank you very much for watching. Have a great day. Are you wanting to develop your tattooing skill sets? Now you can practice and develop anytime, any place with an assortment of tattooing workbooks that I've created. With these assorted tattooing workbooks, we can practice our basic lining all the way to advanced lining. We can practice shading, shading placement, dot work, textures, and more. All we are gonna need is a tattoo workbook of mine. We can use a pencil, pen. We can even use a tattoo machine with a ballpoint cartridge to develop our tattooing abilities further. That means that we don't need tattoo ink, we don't need napkins or petroleum jelly to get to practicing. Simply open one of my tattooing workbooks and get going. It really is that easy. You can get your hands on one of my developmental tattooing assorted workbooks by simply clicking the links in my description or in the pinned comment section below, or navigating on over to Amazon.com, typing in Daniel Yuck, and you'll see all of the assorted tattoo workbooks that I've created come up. If you have an Amazon account, be sure to follow my Amazon author page as well, as I would greatly appreciate your support. Should you have any questions at all, drop them in the comment section down below. I will do my best to assist you in the best possible direction.